Hello, hello, hello. Welcome now, Stock Trades. How's everyone doing today? Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. All right. So today is June 24th, and we're going to go ahead and talk about a couple of things here. We're going to talk about short volume. We're going to talk about prospects of Clover, what's happening with the overall market. And, interestingly, you're going to be surprised with today's short volume. I was actually pretty surprised. It actually went down. So just very quickly, just kind of a good 36,000 foot view. Just, overall right now, we are above the 200-day moving average and above the 20-day moving average. We are about ready to any day now get to that golden cross, which is a bullish moment, of course, right? And you can see here that, we can we can look up some resistance levels real quick. That might be beneficial to the overall community here. So yeah, this is our stock terminal, and we get daily updates on short volume. Interestingly here, we could just take this command and go to our terminal here real quick and type in CLOV. And what we can do is we can get really automatically just kind of the last price, the first resistance level, $1.32, the second resistance level, $1.36. Support levels at 124 and 120, and some Fibonacci sequence retracements here. And overall, this was great, especially given the fact that, it kind of shows you what you need for a golden cross. And every single day that 50 MA moves up to, get to that ability where it crosses over that 200-day simple moving average, right? Reverse of that would be a dead cross, which we don't, that's not happening right now, right? So overall, it's looking pretty good today. Just a 1.6%, just the 1.6%, right? But that's really great, because if you go overall in the market, the Russell kind of started out well, then fizzled at around 0.08% on the gain. Another thing I want to talk about is, these people on Yahoo Finance and CNBC, they're all basically talking about NVIDIA's, sinks another third straight day. They're creating this bad narrative on NVIDIA that, a lot of people are top calling. Well, ladies and gentlemen, from my institutional data sets, where I literally get data directly from billionaires, right, and what hedge funds are getting at, it's actually the opposite. So if you look at the Robinhood overnight right now, retail investors are selling, which is stupid. I think that the NVIDIA has not even been in an area where it is now the top three holdings like Apple or Microsoft. So NVIDIA has a lot of positive momentum to go through, but yet if you go to the overall, if you go to our stock terminal, and let's actually just go up here and go to our heat charts, you can see in the most recent heat chart, money is moving into energy. So if you go ahead and look at our favorite energy stock, which is Energy Transfer, Energy Transfer is doing really well, right? It pays a really great 8% dividend. When I was talking about it, again, I didn't have a YouTube channel then. It was paying a prospective good old 35% dividend, because it crashed all the way to $3 to $4 because of the pandemic. So there's that. So let's remove that real quick. But you could see that money is being shifted into energy, financials, and utilities today, while money's being taken away from technology. But I want to say this, that Wall Street's basically painting an image to retail investors saying that NVIDIA is reaching its top. I don't think that's the case. I think there's a lot of demand for NVIDIA, and it has the potential to run even more, right? So I think NVIDIA is going to really outperform the market. But people don't, again, the establishment doesn't want retail investing, community to know about it, and not financial advice, but just, look at kind of user brain, right? So a big thing that I want to talk about is just opening up our brain machine, which is, again, if you want to learn more about it, there'll be a link down below. And then there's a $1,000 coupon code SAS that gives you $1,000 lifetime access. Now, going back here, if you go to price target, and if you were to go to, let's see, get price target by symbol, NVIDIA, and then let's go maybe 15. I want to know any recent price targets that I should be made aware of for NVIDIA. So let's kind of go up here. So June 24th, which is today, we got Blaine Curtis. he issued a price target at $150, and the price when it was posted is 120. So if you go to NVIDIA here stock and you go, it's at 118, 120. Again, retail, the Wall Street wants you to essentially believe that, this is gonna, sell, right? I think this is still gonna go and continue going higher. So we got Blaine Curtis from, he's from Jefferies, went ahead and published, and yes, so this is believes it's gonna go up. We have from Milas Research by the name of these, and you can Google these analysts. You can see who they are, who they work for, and you can see this gentleman here. He is an award-winning research analyst in AI investments. Again, how you doing? How you doing? So these are top researchers that we like to handpick from our stock terminal. But I didn't Google this guy's name, so let me just go ahead and Google this guy's name. He's the managing director at Jefferies. So these are really top-notch folks. And then let's just continue going down here. We got more folks on the 18th. They said, price target 200, and this was from another company here. So you could see how are you doing? Just joining in. Welcome. Start from the beginning because it's a lot better, and then to exit so you can catch up. How are you doing, Brad? So you can see, the stock terminal is pretty useful in these matters here, because then you're able to kind of get to this. And then overall, if you look at the price target consensus now, given the fact that they just did a stock split, I don't know if it has been updated yet, but yeah, so you kind of all over the place here, but I don't believe in this one here, but you could see the overall newer targets are actually to the upside. But if you go ahead and you go to Yahoo Finance, it's a bunch of bullshit, right? So, I don't trust what again, I don't trust these people. This is free information. This is garbage, okay? This is just garbage, right? I mean, look at my ad block. I have 47 blocked ads just from this garbage page, right? So anywho, let's go ahead and talk about this. We talked about this. So now so I just posted this on Twitter. I wanted to kind of share the love. You guys should give us a follow on Twitter. I have seen a pickup on the view count. For some reason, I think I'm shadow banned on Twitter. I don't know why. It's really weird. But it is what it is. But at the end of the day, truth will always prevail. If you go ahead and look at the post I said, so this compares United Healthcare, Clover, Humana, and CVS, and this compares the percent return on this year, the year. So from July 2023 to June 2024. You could call it July 2024 because it's June 24th. We're about to enter July. And you can see Clover is actually in the what is that color? Like a yellow tannish. So you could say Humana is in the light blue, sky blue color, and Humana is right now underperforming the retail market, right? So overall, you could see that Clover is increasing. But if you look at the increase from August 2023, Clover still has a ways to go to match the increase of what happened in August 2023. And if you don't recall, in August 2023, that's when I think Clover hit right around here. Clover hit around the $1.63 region. So I think we're slowly catching ourselves up there. We still have a bit of ways to go, but primarily this is not the goal of this graph, because you can easily look at that and use technical analysis. The primary goal of this graph is to show you that Clover Health is outperforming in terms of the year over year and also year investments of United Healthcare, Humana, and CVS. So if you don't believe me and don't believe this graph, well, we could just kind of go through it manually here. If we type in Humana and go over a year, Humana is down 19%, but if we do year to date, it's down 23%. If you do United Healthcare, it's down for the year, it's up 2.28%, but year to date, it's down 9.15%. And that has to do with rising costs and all these other issues. And if you go to CVS, which, Miss Gill from, JP Morgan, the smart girl, she's a genius, isn't it? Her favorite stock is down 23.65%, right? But if you look at Clover, it's actually up 49.41% on the year, but year to date, 32.29%. So Clover's actually outperforming the healthcare stocks. Of course, not Oscar. Oscar's in a different category. But most importantly, if you go to the S&P 500, it's actually outperforming the S&P by double, right? So this is actually really good. I mean, the tides are changing now, and as you can see, kind of this picture that I'm painting, I hope that you see this, and the market sees it too. And this is going to be kind of interesting because a lot of folks that have invested, institutional investors that bought in, I believe AZ Matt referenced this regarding, I think it was Goldman Sachs or something, or I don't know, some other one. I forgot what their name. Let's just kind of pull it up. You know what I mean? Let's go the CLOV, go here. And let's go to AZ Matt. So, AZ Matt, Charles Schwab, right? So, so they bought around 60 pennies, right? And they pretty much did great. So they're going to notice that. So this is going to catch their eye, like, oh shoot, is this a short-term investment or is there a long-term investment? And I think the answer will speak for itself as the time progresses. So you can see, Clover is outperforming. And interestingly, after the May CPI report, smart money is doubling down right now, and they're coming in and they're trying to convince, because again, what they want to do is they want to manipulate the market to go down, because whenever the market goes down, dumb money sells, which is in red, and smart money buys. So they're trying to get these people from NVIDIA to sell, and NVIDIA approximately lost $500 billion in market cap. So I guarantee you they're probably playing the same game. So if we were to open up our terminal again and just out of curiosity, open up the short rate and the short volume. Hold on. Open up the short and type in NVIDIA. I'm curious. I bet you the shorts probably spiked. Yeah, you see? So the short volume for NVIDIA spiked, and it's spiking higher now, trying to bring that, price down. Again, it's all part of our stock terminal. And people get lifetime access, and you can use Affirm to offset if you're from US and Canada, or PayPal internationally. So, I mean, the value is there, right? So, you're starting to see this. Now, the question that I have is, well, what about Clover, right? So if you go to look at the short rate for Clover, because remember I told you how like it was really huge in regards to Friday when the late June 21, this, the stock price shot up, but all of a sudden now it's dropped. The question is, are shorts covering? Are shorts leaving? Are shorts realizing that this is an investment play, that I need to get the hell out of here? I don't know the answer to that, right? And I don't know if they're doing it in bursts, because maybe they're getting smarter with Clover. They're just doing a burst, stop a little bit, and then a burst. And so I don't know, right? There's like different ways that these folks are shorting, right? I don't know, right? But if you go ahead and take a look at overall the short here and look at another way of looking at it, you can see the data fits the accuracy here. You can see that we went down to 28% on the short ratio. So and if you follow June 1st, you could see June 21st. Oh yeah, this is June 21st. You can see 13 million to 3, and this is kind of basically showing you that same thing, right? So I do not know kind of the situation right now regarding what shorts are thinking. I honestly don't give a crap, because I'm more for the long term. But it's interesting to kind of see this, right? Because, you are seeing a company that's spiking up recently. And in the past 6 months, if you less than 6 months, the stock is up 104%, right? And then people are, I'm sure, like even in our stock terminal, one person, and I agree with you, like it kind of feels painful to buy at these prices now, because it's like, oh my God, I could have gotten double the amount of shares given my right. But again, that's just how it's just the mentality. We're all emotional creatures. I mean, you can't just stop your amygdala. It's connected to your body. You can train it, but again, it's difficult. It's, you're a human being. You're not a machine. You're not a robot, right? So, it is what it is, right? That's why it's important to understand kind of who you are, because it is a psychology game, right? All right. So I think that's what I wanted to say regarding the market right now overall. I do believe there is going to be a sector rotation. I do believe small caps are going to be winning, and Clover's in that space. Clover's in the AI space. It's in the small cap sector space. And we're going to get decrease in interest rates soon. Money market funds are going to take $6 trillion and maybe pull $2-3 trillion out of that and plummet it into the stock market. And Clover's about to activate its SaaS business. If not, it already has done so, which they said they have. We're going to get earnings in August, so we're going to see if they're going to do any share repurchase buyback program. I know there's some confusion regarding if they have to announce or no. There are some recent SEC filing rules that suggest that they should announce it, but I just don't know that. We're going to have to see Q1 what it says. But, the question of the matter is, are these stocks going to essentially continue going down? And if it does, is Vivek going to step in? And I think yes. I think yes. There's a high probability they will. And for folks that are saying, oh, they're doing it to artificially raise the stock price. Well, if that was the case, then why didn't Vivek do it when they were first doing the reverse stock split and they actually signed the paperwork and had the lawyer draft up the paperwork and paid the lawyer over $1,000 most likely to build that? So it's very clear that this is a different environment now, considering we're going to have two revenue models. We know that ACO didn't work, but this potentially asset-like approach might work. And if they grow at that speed, but at a profitable, higher gross margin, then we can potentially really see a huge fundamental change in Clover. And literally everybody on the street got it wrong. Everybody got it. Everyone got it wrong. You know what I mean? And we got it right together. Okay. And that's all that matters. Let's go ahead and look at the comments real quick. It's Brob. How you doing? Brob, but he says Brad. Maybe he's saying Brad. Are we taking a video? No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about like the Wall Street shenanigans. Hey, Brad, bro. Playing catch up 2 times the speed. Yeah, I know. Honestly, man, our life is 2 times the speed. We always have to do that. Compliance tomorrow. Yeah, and here's the thing. Sometimes compliance can be tomorrow, and it can't. It all dictates of what NASDAQ wants. Sometimes they might even want more days, but I think they're going to be okay with Clover, considering what's happening right now. Tomorrow evening, Clover celebrates compliance. Fingers crossed. Clover's bouncing off of the 61.8 golden fib retracement. Strong work on the 1 year. Tech seems to be correcting. Those trillions need to go somewhere. My man, love you, Patrick. Bring on the shorts. We need them for a squeeze. Absolutely. Would love to see PR announcing ToyBot 1 million worth like that. I mean, that would be really fun. It's not needed, but holy shit, definitely will go crazy. That doesn't say how long those shorts are holding for. Absolutely. Could be intraday shorts. Yeah, you never know. That's the thing. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very, very happy with this. I want to just kind of do a pivot real quick and talk about Medicare Advantage real quick, if you guys can. So 3 years ago, there was an interview on CNBC with Humana, and the CEO of Humana was talking about Medicare Advantage, and that's, I think, about 80% of their money, right? I believe 80% of their revenue comes from Medicare Advantage and Humana. And if you guys don't recall, we can open up our Wall Street command real quick just to kind of get a glimpse of things here. Wall Street command, and type in hum and let that process and build it in real time. But what I wanted to show you guys is the overall revenue of Humana. Holy moly, that's humongous. That is humongous. So overall, you can see or revenue. So they had $5 billion in revenue back in 1991, $4 billion in 1992, $3 billion in 1993. They dropped in revenue, right? Funny. And then if you go all the way now, let me make sure I got the line right, because it's freaking humongous. There it is. They're making around $106 billion in revenue now. You can just kind of zoom in here. They're making about, and this is part of the financial sheet we have. They're making $106 billion to $109 billion in revenue. So the question of the matter is, 80% approximately of that comes from Medicare Advantage, right? And the overall problem right now with Humana is the Medicare Advantage plans are actually becoming more pricey, to where people are, these institutions and these incumbents are starting to cut the benefits and also retract from this. And these retractions are going to leave a lot of members out there for other companies to take over. And Clover is going to be part of that disruption amongst other Medicare Advantage buyers, right? So, or suppliers. So in that video where the CEO of Humana was talking to CNBC, CNBC says, who do you want to become president, Biden or Trump, right? And this was kind of the election, right? I think it was like 3.5 years ago, right? And, obviously the Humana was saying, oh, both sides will like us, both sides will, but then the CNBC anchor said, and I agree with him, says, the Biden administration is going to make it more difficult for you to make money in this market. And to be honest with you, actually having a Biden presidency will be better for the smash on Humana. It'll actually hurt Humana even more, given that they're basically the new CMS is essentially restricting them. But I think with Chamath being really close friends with Trump, and then that fundraiser raising over $2 million, especially with the Winklevoss brothers, and then open, like Trump loves Chamath now because now he got $2 million in his funding for his political campaign, and on top of that, Trump is about to give a keynote or talk at the convention for Bitcoin. So he's going to get a shit more Bitcoin for his convention. So he has the whole cryptocurrency billionaires about to support him. So, this is going to be great. And I think that, there's going to be some type of, wink in regards to Clover getting some form of an upper hand, even if, let's say, Trump becomes president. Because Trump becomes president, it'll be great for stocks like Energy Transfer with pipelines and et cetera, et cetera. I would say more energy sector for that reason, but energy sector will probably go down though, because more pumping and more drilling, and then the supply will go up. So then, maybe prices will go down. So that's kind of the argument, with the Trump presidency. But so, like with Biden, it'll actually put more stress on Humana. Maybe with Trump, it might do the same thing. So I'm just kind of giving you the arguments that CNBC was posing. But overall, Humana's in a stretch right now. Their Medicare Advantage plan, is getting hurt. And the beautiful part is it's not like these Medicare Advantage plans are stupid. They are highly revenue generation. Let's say, for example, if Clover becomes like Humana and they have $106 million, and let's say $106 billion, divide that by 2, Clover will have approximately the same thing, 106. It'll have $106 stock price, and that's with no AI, right? Now you have, Humana Clover Health that will, just recently, their value-based care guy posted this and said, this is their CEO of value-based care for Clover Health, retweeting, or reposting off of LinkedIn saying, hey, this is a pivotal moment for Clover Health. I couldn't be more excited about the impact of Counterpart Assistant is going to have for patients across the country. Improving care and improving lives has been our constant focus. Now we have the privilege to scale the impact. So, Andrew Toy, this thing might blow up because the scaling process is going to go crazy. And that money can feed into the expansion of Medicare Advantage, which you guys know only needs a year to essentially become profitable in a sense, right? To decrease that MCR. So, I'm very excited for the prospect. I mean, I don't know how to explain this to you guys, but I'm freaking excited. Like, I'm so excited for the future. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so excited. So I'll give an example. We have one member here that has around, 400,000 shares. 400,000 shares, let's say at $25, and I think this thing can go to 40. It's around $10 million. With an options value of that, these, selling covered calls just off of that, this person can retire humbly, making $350,000 a month. Multiply that by a year, making $4.2 million a year, just selling covered calls. And if they get into the money, selling cash secured puts. I mean, people are going to retire with private jets if they please, right? With this type of investment, right? So I'm very excited with kind of the prospects of what's happening right now. And I'm really excited that the retail community space and beyond, people are kind of catching up, especially on our LinkedIn. I got people from different managing advisory companies watching now our platform. They're catching on and saying, wow, this guy actually, had a thesis, doubled down on this thesis, and was the only bull in a stream of bears. And I want to support all of you guys for keeping the channel going and having this. So, very excited for you guys here. And, I always try to retweet, what you guys have. And I always try to, do my thing here. So, you guys will see a couple of retweets here and there from folks. So I really appreciate you guys here. And then I also retweeted this person. I can't say his last name for the life of me. Hold on. I'm not gonna do that. I can't do that. But this was the picture I wanted to get because I think personally we're in disbelief, and I agree with him. We are here. A lot of folks are saying this is a suckers rally, and I really think we're here because this is different, right? Because this is not panic, right? No one's panicking now. This is not capitulation. No, people are not angry anymore. People are not depressed anymore. They were depressed, right? I think this is disbelief. I think this is a suckers rally. People are thinking, right? And I think this is going to be, where we are here right now. We're also here, which is disbelief. This rally will feel like the others, and then hope a recovery is possible. Then you get optimism. Then you get all these craziness comes up, and that's when the price will go back up. So I think this is where we're at right now from the psychology of the market. And shout out to this gentleman who I can't pronounce. Let me see his name. Silver Smilger. Silver Smilger. And I confuse him with these people here. I don't know these people, man. I don't know how to say these people's names. Okay, so all right. So let's see here. Good. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Patrick. Love you a lot, man. And honestly, this is coming out to be a very fun year, guys. I put a video out saying $2 in 2024, and we might actually hit that. Right? It was one of the videos that we posted for Clover not too while back ago. All right, ladies and gentlemen, prices are going to be increasing soon, so take advantage of our sale that we have, $1,000 off for lifetime access for our mastering and bundle, which includes lifetime access to our stock terminal, which no one provides lifetime access to data. You'll have you'll never have lifetime access to Seeking Alpha. You'll never have lifetime access to Yahoo Finance, but our platform is way better than them, in my opinion, right? So I'm very excited. If Trump's economic policies of massive tariffs backfire, as many of us expect, and vastly increase inflation, again, our economy will be in shambles. Yeah, so that's the kind of the Larry Summers was saying this, so he needs to watch out for this because that can be very dangerous. Exactly. So that's a big deal. Holding till 2050. Yeah. So this will be. But what I've noticed with Trump is he tends to really change his position fast now, especially with this whole Bitcoin thing and all that. He's been changing, holding to 2050. Whoa, that's a long time. Yeah, that's a long time. 2050. Who knows? This may become like United Healthcare price. We don't know. Andrew Toy was talking about how this can be a billion-dollar $150 billion company, which is a $300 stock price. Heck, if this individual that has 400,000 shares right now holds until 300, they'll have a good 120 mil, right? 120 million. You put that in options, selling covered calls. This person will make 4.2 million every month. With a good old is it a 50.4 million a year. Honestly, this is kind of, you call this type of money you call FU money, right? This is when people start buying your Gulfstreams. Let me show you here. Your Gulfstream jets, and you can see I've already looked at them before. These jets are nice because they are very luxurious. They're about $70 million. This is when you get FU money, where you can able to just kind of have fun and just have a nice. I think Kim Kardashian has this jet, as well as Grant Cardone, and who else has this jet? I don't know. I think those two, right? That's when you start having this, right? Which is insane, right? So, yeah, so I think we're going to get there. Again, healthcare, people don't think of healthcare as making money, but if you look at United Healthcare, it's up max 343,000%. But if you look at Apple stock, it's up 160,000%. So United Healthcare is outperforming Apple by more than double, right? So you could see kind of the power of healthcare, and you can also see the deception and cruelty of healthcare because it's just kind of disgusting. Like, this is how much money is made, but yet we have the most terrible life expectancy. Even, imagine if this becomes to the market cap of Apple. Holy crap. You know what I mean? So it's insane, right? So that's all I have for you guys. I hope that this was a good video. Hit that and smash that like button. I'll see you on the next one.